Hello, Amanda here. Okay, so somebody's asked me how you create a high pass filter to sharpen edges. This is something I do quite a lot on my ICM images because I want to grab hold of where there is sharpness because the mind anchors itself to what we do understand and know. So just to show you quickly, I'm in this image, I'm at the top of the layer stack. So the first thing you need to do is create a stamp layer, because Photoshop is going to sharpen one layer and then you need to blend it in with all of the layers beneath. So to create a stamp layer, which if you don't know is a merged layer of all of the layers so far, but without compressing them. So we're going to go Command, Option, Shift and E, and you'll see there we go. We have one layer, which is now all of the information from the layers below, but just so you're clear, the layer needs to be turned on. So any layers with the eyeball turned off will not be included. So make sure everything you want in your stamp is turned on. And if you're on a PC, you are going to be pressing Control, Alt, Shift and E to get your stamp layer. Okay, so there's our stamp layer. I'm going to call it stamp layer so I know what it is. I'm going to turn it into a smart object so I can come back in here and make any changes, and I'll also get a filter mask with my filter. So it's stamp made into a stamp layer, right click, convert to smart object, and then we go to filter and it's down on the other menu, and there it is, high pass. So when you come into the high pass, it shows you what you're going to see on that layer. You can see over here it's actually turned the layer grey as well. So I would pull that right down. There it is with nothing at all. So we're going to drag it up just enough that you can start seeing areas of sharpness through the neutral grey. Let's just move this box out of the way. So you start coming up here. This is not going to give you a great effect. I would be around there because don't forget, we can always adjust it with our opacity as well. So radius 4.1, let's say okay. And as you can see, all we've got now is this grey layer. So as I said before, we need to now blend this with everything else. So to do that, come to the blend modes and you want to select either overlay or soft light really. Now overlay will always be a lot more contrasty than soft light. I like my images soft, so I'm going to select soft light. So let's just see what it looked like without the stamp layer on and with our high pass filter. So that was before and that is after. So I'm going to zoom in a bit because it's a subtle but important effect. That's off and that's back on. So you can see it's just sharpened up those masks in this ICM just enough that the mind is clearer to the mind, the viewer's mind, what they're looking at. So that is how you create a high pass filter. If there are any areas of the high pass that you don't want, I personally find creating a mask on the layer works better than painting it out on the filter mask. Just on this particular filter, for some reason, it just doesn't seem to look good if you try and paint it out on the filter mask. So I would recommend you grab yourself a mask on the layer itself, and then you would paint black to get rid of anything or hide anything you don't want. So let's just pull my opacity up and my flow just to show you. So I would then paint on my mask over here. And as you can see, that's now disappearing off the water where I wouldn't want any sharpness, but it's grabbed sharpness because of the ICM movement in this image. Okay, I hope that helps you. That is how you create a high pass filter. Bye for now.